Jay Paul said there'd be a crossover between her bill and climate provisions. So what are your thoughts on the current agenda of President Biden? Can he get the job done in time? Tell me what you think, everybody, in the comments down below.
To continue to strengthen the economy, lower costs, create millions of good-paying jobs. It's a good day because it is the one-year anniversary of the American Rescue Plan, a transformative piece of legislation.
The USDA has confirmed that SNAP programs in at least 31 states will continue to send out extra money, in addition to recipients' monthly benefits. A majority of states have been giving emergency SNAP allotments each month. Residents of states including New York, Pennsylvania, and North Carolina will receive the payments. If your state is not on the list, it may still approve emergency benefits in the coming days and weeks. Around 41 million people are eligible for food stamps, which helps low-income families buy groceries.
That resolve was strengthened by the positive nature of what Sean Maloney is going to tell you in a short time, but also by the panelists that we heard.
And food stamps are often transferred onto beneficiaries' electronic benefit cards. And according to CNN, SNAP benefits are being provided to millions of people throughout the nation. The program has helped provide low-income households with food, especially during this time. The SNAP benefits notably received a permanent boost last fall, thanks to President Biden. The USDA has confirmed that the food stamps increased on average $36 per person. This adds up to $157 each month. But the number of food stamps are sent to recipients, it's all based on family size and the state of residence. CNN has reported that SNAP households are expecting to spend about 30% of their own resources on food. These benefits are able to be used in some restaurants throughout the nation as well. Food chains like McDonald's and Subway are reportedly participating in this program. Now, the program itself is available for people in Arizona and California, but people in Hawaii, Michigan, Maryland, and Rhode Island, they're offering the restaurant meals program in select cities and counties. And with lawmakers continuing to negotiate on the fourth round of payments, there are still some extra leftover stimulus funds from last year to help people during this tax season. According to CNN, some households, the remnants of 2021 stimulus program can add up to thousands of dollars, extra dollars that is, come refund time. So if you're one of the millions of people, the millions of families whose dependents qualified for some or all of the $3,600 child tax credit, then the advance payments you received every month through December were only half of what you're owed. The other half, up to $1,800 per qualifying dependent, will come back to you in the form of refund when you file your tax returns. Many other families could be looking forward to an even bigger windfall in 2022. Some households qualified for the full child tax credit but didn't get it or didn't receive yet. Many were people who didn't file tax returns in 2019 and 2020. In those cases, the IRS did not have enough information on file to calculate their credit or send their payment out. Other people deliberately opted out of advance payments, and the third round of stimulus payments gave $1,400 to most Americans and their dependents. Many families had kids last year, after those payments had already been calculated and distributed. So these new payments will be able to collect the cash that's owed to them as a refund once their 2021 returns are filed. So it seems since many of those same new parents will be eligible for the expanded child tax credit as well, they can add $3,600 to the tally for a grand total of $5,000 in stimulus added to refunds this year. And a small population of people were also eligible for the economic impact payments but never received their $1,400 American Rescue Plan payment. Some payments were missed due to errors like incorrect addresses, but in order to receive the payment, eligible filers will have to claim the recovery rebate credit on their 2021 tax returns. Folks, what do you think about President Biden and his work on the stimulus check?
Millions of good-paying jobs. It's a good day because it is the one-year anniversary of the American Rescue Plan, a transformative piece of legislation that saved the economy and set us off on a trajectory where 7.4 million jobs were created during the first 13 months of President Biden's presidency. Fastest rate of economic growth in 40 years. Unemployment at pre-pandemic lows of 3.8%. And so we're thankful that President Biden, House Democrats led by Speaker Pelosi, and Senate Democrats were able to come together, pass this transformative piece of legislation, and set us off on a course where we're continuing to make progress for the American people. Still have challenges that we are working to resolve, but making progress for the American people. And lastly, it's a good day because we're going to hear from President Joe Biden as he articulates his continuing vision for lifting up everyday Americans, for lowering costs, making their lives the best that it can possibly be, ensuring that we can, in every single zip code across America, have opportunity and prosperity, and that the American people can pursue that great American dream. So it's another good day. And now it's my honor to yield to our dynamic, amazing, wonderful, as she would say about others, but I'm saying about her, fabulous speaker, Nancy D'Alessandro Pelosi.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Let me just say, I just left an occasion where we started off by saying, Slava Ukraini. So much of what we talked about last night was about the Ukraine. So much of what we have been addressing has been about Ukraine. And I'm so pleased that the president will be announcing soon, it's in the public domain already, so I don't preempt him, the lifting of most favored nation status, now known as normal trade relations with Russia, joining with our allies in doing so. Very proud that in a very strong bipartisan way, we took action in the House this week to lift the purchase of Russian oil and have the Magnitsky bill legislation part of that, renewing that law. And then today we'll go further. I want to commend the president for his extraordinary leadership. I just say this, when I was in school, and some of you have heard me say this, I was at the Kennedy inauguration. And he said, everybody knows, as citizens of America, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. The very next sentence that he said is what hit me hard, and I'll never forget it. It was to the citizens of the world, ask not what America can do for you, but what we can do working together for the freedom of mankind. Joe Biden is exemplifying that, working together for the freedom of mankind. We look forward to seeing him today. And when we do, we will congratulate him on his leadership in passing the American Rescue Package. This is something that was not only help people survive from COVID, not only help try to have them reach their success, was transformational in how they do so. And we want to